Yo, 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 this is a digital check-in with Nolan Gustine Priest. I'm out here in Kalamazoo. Right now, I just feel compelled to make a video as I am for the intent and purpose of honest and open, vulnerable, transparent self-communication. And however much of this you want to watch, share with me. I don't know if you can see me or not. I refuse to hold a light into my face for the lighting of this video because, again, my focus isn't to have people staring at me directly as much as using me to stare at their purpose and stare at their own mythopoetic religionizing of truth and worship of honor and self-referential correcting of our egos with a vegan ambition and a redundancy that inspires a repetition worthy of natural law, whatever that means to the individuals and their consents. That was loaded. So anyways, ask me if you want help unloading. And yeah, I'm going to go outside. It's going to be a little cold. I want to put my feet in the mud, perk up a bit, feel alive, and then we'll see where this goes. So thank you for coming with me. Got some rainwater collecting out here in jars. Pretty sure that's illegal. I'm walking over to the side of where I'm staying, and there's some mothballs in a trash bag over here that I removed from the last residence, and I'm going to take to the the disposal place after this New Year's. And I'd like to know more about that. I want to have a holistic cleaning business that I want to call Merry Progeny, MERRYPROGENY, because I want to eventually help found a knowledge base where people who are having parents direct their love for them can find a way to self-direct and self-compose and self-explore. And that is part of my Taboo project, TABU. Eventually it'll be something that helps you administer your own privacy and, again, another safe space for talking about, as the name compels, the taboo of life. On that note, I would just like to go ahead and drop one of my own traumas visibly and say that the reason incest exists and perversions of God is, ironically, understand my and comprehend and listen to my meaning. The irony of evil is that God uses it to heal us all. I would love for you to contemplate on that and vitiate yourself. Be your own volition and experiment with the examination of your consciousness, as is the allotment of your freedom. So yeah, I don't even really feel that cold right now. It feels amazing out. So I'm going to let this go for a little bit. And yeah, as Merry Progeny would be ideally a holistic cleaning system of, as we use cleaner products and clean ourselves and clean the house and clean everything. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. I just want it to be so that children like myself that were hypersensitive can go without worrying about any seizures or any micro pollutants infecting them, and we can clear as much of the hate and convenience of deception with the relativity and expressiveness of our honesty. And for me, that is helping clean environments of tobacco and alcohol, coffee, cleaners, fragrances, pesticides, anything that ends with a side, um, and eventually find ways to recycle all this rather than just simply take it to disposal places. And honor my fears around these chemicals and figure out the truth of them and how to use them integrally. And that would lead me into natural easyscapes, which would be outside and about, where we would find ways to remediate these pollutants integrally for the long term. And we would replant natively, grow food, not lawns, and basically make it for that. If we really had neighbors, we really have our neighbors, and we share in the responsibilities of whatever that means of our communal necessitation, because this is clearly no longer a viable solution. And another reason I'm doing this out in the dark is because I really prefer to make faceless content at the moment. Again, I want you to be looking into your face and into your mind and into your being and all the different sides, SIDES, and sides -CIDES, and come to a completion with all of those energies and all of those finalities in a way that you can reverse engineer and find a way to honor the simplicity and complications and all these nuances. And so, um, part of me now would be Falcon Talk and Shift, because as I'm putting myself out there and I'm using my F and alchemy to talk about N and help shift all of us, as I find vulnerably self-condoning is my desire, my intent, and forgive me for being repetitious because I feel that it is necessary. And same way you don't just walk your favorite hiking path one time. Just please, if you are going to listen to me and direct your energy towards me, reconsider the harshness of it, reconsider the cruelty, reconsider the fear of me, because I have fucked up a lot and I have done things that I still regret and am actively becoming a man and redeeming them. And to me, that is what my business Consent is all about. Um, and consensus and consent, they're all different amalgamations, whatever, however you say that. You can tell I've learned that one reading by um, amalgamations. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I want to go ahead and send it. Maybe I'm still dealing with Mercury amalgamations removal. And either way, um, I want to just honor the truth that my body recognizes and send it for others that are sensitive to chemicals and all the different things that we are in contact with daily, and find a way that if you really want to, you can change it. And if you want, basically, you got to pick your heart. If you want to suffer, you'll suffer it. And if you want to champion it, champion it. And that's what I'm doing. The consensus would be about our senses are meant to be uncensored, and if you can sense that, then communicate that with me. And consent would be getting into this crypto realm and figuring out how it is that we can basically make every cent right. Because if you can, nothing is as good as clean, right, self-respect and love. And when we make that into business rather than make that into calamity, imagine getting every dollar and every cent right, and then every piece of property right, every article of clothing, every book, every technology. Imagine that none of it had to come from slavery. Imagine that none of it had. I know this is dreamy, and this is um, it's a different type of excellence per se. However, this, you can call it utopian, you can call it whatever. These energies are real and they're here, and whatever variety of heaven on earth or whatever notion of that you want to commit to, beyond hypothesizing it, we, to me, have to have some impartial, nonviolent, morally pure and objective reality. And the only way I know how to do that is to create it myself and with those who consent with me. Um, so yeah, that's about it right now. I I'm gonna take a couple moments to breathe and feel around, and then if anything else comes up, I'll go ahead and send it. And otherwise, yeah. Oh yeah, pop nows would be the basically the epiphanies that we are all having to the degrees we're having. We're finding ways to communicate them artistically in the moment, as is original, ORIGINOW, because as it happens in the moment is always something different. Any artist knows that. And finding ways to carpe that motherfucking diem. I'm gonna put that different. I'll say mother loving, father loving, but I don't hear enough father fucking balance that one out. And yeah, that's just for my own sanity right there, because I have grief with being called brother and being called buddy and son and all these different adulations of cuteness, rather than respecting me for what may seem minuscule, minor, or um, molehills perhaps, but all is relative to your desire to see truth. And um, as you will help me allay these issues with the world and make do, then that's all I ask. Love.